Right, I think that was enough of a break. Let's get back into some Xenonauts 2. This is the Milestone 2 update. There's a few changes in the game, and we're going to go over them as we go. But just so everyone's clear, we are playing on Commander difficulty yet again. So we've got 2 million starting funds. Panic starts at 50. We're going to get 80% of the normal amount of monthly funds. Enemy quantity is set to excessive. They have an accuracy bonus. We don't get any bonuses to survival chance. We get 1 less turn on mission timers, and UFOs do extra damage against our team. Additionally, we don't see enemy health. We don't show inflicted damage, which I think is new. I think we got to see that before. We can't auto-resolve air combat. We cannot free attack rotation. I don't actually know what that means. I think that's for turning for free to hit somebody, and armor is destroyed on death. I'm leaving the tutorial on. The first part of the tutorial is the same, but there's a little bit of story added to the second part of the tutorial, and that's where we're going to jump back in. I'm going to not show you the initial tutorial because it is literally just how to move and shoot. So I will see you in the game. Let's go.
The year is 2009. The world teeters on the brink of nuclear war. Tensions between capitalist and communist nations are at boiling point. Every opportunity for peace has failed, as if an invisible hand inexorably steers humanity towards annihilation. We Xenonauts know the truth. The dark forces poisoning our politics are not human in origin, and we must protect our planet against this extraterrestrial threat however we can. After years spent gathering information on an enemy that few believe exist, we are finally ready to strike back. The war for our future begins now.
Okay, so this is just after the game's tutorial, which introduces the basic mechanics of the game. There's a slight change to the story up until this point. Previously, the commander was a general-looking character, like a US military general. That character has now been subverted by the cleaners, and we are playing and they're called the general rather than the commander. We are playing the commander, who is a faceless character who is second in command essentially. And all we did in the tutorial was we evacuated the base. So here we are, like, into the story. We've got the chief scientist, our Gaius Baltar looking person, going, commander, good of you to finally make an appearance. And then there's the operations director, who, it's sad that she kind of disappears quite quickly in the game. I hope she shows up a bit more as the game goes a bit further through development. Welcome to our backup facility. I had a command room and a cache of emergency supplies installed a while back. No getting around the fact that our new home is a derelict nuclear bunker full of 60s-era junk, though. Hope you're fine with cold showers, cold food, and, well, cold everything. That's hardly our biggest problem. My recent studies suggest once estimated masses factor in, extraterrestrial activity appears to follow a mathematically predictable pattern. More precisely, exponential growth. And we're nearing the end of the curve. In plain English, the UFOs arriving in our skies will soon begin to increase rapidly in size and/or quantity. I doubt it'll be long before the aliens launch a full-blown invasion. Great, as if things were bad already. How long do we have? Weeks. A couple of months at most. I suggest you make the most of them. So, the original base is actually somewhere around here. Now, we placed our original base in this area last time, and I'm thinking for this playthrough we might do something different. One of the biggest areas we had problems with last time was Latin America. So for this playthrough, I'm thinking about putting us somewhere down here in sort of Central America. And the idea being we can cover quite a lot. We can cover pretty much all of North America, barring Alaska, etc. And quite a lot of Latin America with one radar base. There is a downside, though. We would need a second radar base down here. We kind of really need one in Latin America, one in North America to cover the whole continent. So we could do that. The other option I was thinking of is we try and cover all of Asia. We can get quite a lot of the world, actually, with... If we put a base somewhere around here, it's quite nice for covering a lot of population. One big issue is there's a lot of our territory that is over water, which we can't shoot down aliens. The game really does seem to want to push you to put your base in somewhere in North Africa. That really does give you the best coverage. Somewhere around here where we put our base last time is a fantastic place, especially for a base that's going to be housing Marines and doing content. But I want to do something different for this playthrough, so I think we're going to go for the Central America base. It's not going to cover everything, but I think for early game coverage, getting most of North America, getting most of Latin America, will put us in a decent position moving into the mid-game in terms of panic in this region. Then our second base will be somewhere here, our third base will be somewhere here, and we're covering a lot of the world that way. It just leaves Australia out, but, well, whatever. So let's put our first base here. Now I need a name for this base. We're going to leave it as Latin America base for now, but suggest a name in the comments. That's how we're going to go with this. And we will get a mission pretty quickly. Now, before we jump into that, there's been some changes in this version of the game. So looking at our soldiers, we now no longer have in our equipment section any different armor types. for the start of the game. There's just tactical armor available here. There's no heavier or lighter armor. Instead, we have a tick box to switch between heavy armor and normal armor, essentially, for our soldiers. The heavy armor gives us -3 accuracy and gives +6 armor, so it basically doubles the armor and tactical armor, and it weighs 12. I'm not sure how the armor on its own weighs, but it does add a weight penalty to the carrying capacity. So that's one really big change. All of the armor types now come with a heavy armor toggle to them. There's also been a couple of small changes. I think stun battens. Yeah, stun battens are smaller in your inventory. They only take up 3 steps. And we start the game with stun battens. Knives are also being made smaller in the inventory as well. They only take up 3 spaces. And I think that's the only big changes right now. Oh yes, we also start with the ability to take rebreathers, which make you immune to environmental gas damage, which means it opens up more smoke grenade strategies early game in terms of stunning and knocking enemies out, which is quite cool. No real major changes to the primary weapons you begin with. We obviously have our pistol, our shotgun, our assault rifle, our sniper rifle, our ballistic machine gun. There have been some changes made to the HEV launcher, mostly that it now uses percentage turn units to fire, where before it had a set amount, or set to 50% or something. That's all been changed. But yeah, those are your big ones for soldiers. We've also got some big changes in the aerial capacity as well. You can see this is totally different. We now have 3 equipment hardpoints on the starting MiGs. At the moment, we're equipped with an autocannon, a blade of plating, and fuel pods. These increase our range by 15%. The armor increases our armor by 8. And our equipment hardpoints, the autocannon is an autocannon. And these are the only things we can actually place in here. If we go into manufacturing, when we look to build, we can actually produce more blade of plating and more autocannons. I'm not sure at this point if the blade of plating gets destroyed, we lose it, but we definitely need to produce one for every plane. This also means at the beginning with our plane only has 1 autocannon on it, and we have to sacrifice one of these 2 pieces of equipment to do that. The planes also have a payload limit, and you can see that each of these pieces of equipment affects the payload. So for example, if we wanted to equip 2 autocannons, that would use up 10 payload. We wouldn't be able to equip any blade of armor or fuel pods, even though we would have hard points for them, which is another section of the ship that we can set up. It's got 4 hard points available. So even though the blade of plating and the fuel pod only take no hard points, we wouldn't have enough payload weight to equip them, which is really interesting. Those changes don't carry over to the Skyhawk. The Skyhawk doesn't have those kind of things set to it. First things first, we've got situation analysis is our opening research. The base setup, I think, might be slightly different as well. No, the base setup is the same. We just need to, it's not the greatest base setup. You don't want this base getting attacked because the aliens kind of have free flow. You need to kind of make sure that you don't overbuild these sections here. I do want to get some stuff building straight off the bat though. I want to get our second radar down ASAP. That's going to cost us 400,000. So I'm going to get a second radar up and running. I also want to, I didn't do this last time, I want to get a training center up and running straight away. Now, placement for this is a really awkward because I don't want to put it here, and it has to actually be... Oh, do we not have the money, or is it the fuel power we don't have? Something's not letting me place this. Power use 25. Yeah, we need to get more power capacity. So we'll get some generators up and running here. Our third radar will go here. Second generator, third generator here. I want to get a training center up and running, but I also want to keep the contiguity of the barracks. So I'm going to put a training center here. We also really need a medical center. Now, again, this base is not going to be focused on research or manufacturing, really, so I don't really mind about getting rid of adjacency bonuses for things like the medical base. So we're going to put our training center here. We've got 800,000 left. Getting a missile battery up is probably going to be my main priority for month 2. But I think we've got a medical center, we've got a training center. I'm not building a workshop or a laboratory. Living quarters, we're actually pretty much at capacity for living capacity. And if we want to hire more people, we're going to need another living quarters. So we're going to grab that. Radar way storeroom. I think we're okay for everything else right now. That's where a lot of our opening money is going to go. One other thing I might want to think about doing is building another interceptor sooner rather than later. But to do that, we're going to need a hangar, and the game has changed. There isn't as much of an emphasis on the air game at the very start. We're going to focus more on fighting the cleaners. So we're going to hold until about later in this month or month 2 to get the hangar built. Let's speed time up until basically we're waiting for situation analysis. Now, we have a new tactical mission. This is us going into our original base and clearing the cleaners out of it and dealing with the general. So we must temporarily clear our enemies out of Atlas space so we can recover the scientific data and supplies we need to continue the war against the aliens. This is a new mission for this milestone. Mission type elimination, biome facility, time remaining 3 days, victory rewards, new research option, loss effects, game over. We have 3 days to take this mission. We cannot delay on it. Mission briefing is, important data and supplies were left behind when our organization evacuated Atlas Base. As their assault teams recently departed the base, the cleaner forces now present are lightly armed. Eliminate all hostile units within the facility so we can reclaim what we need to continue the war. Victory conditions, eliminate all hostile units. Loss conditions, all Xenonauts are eliminated. So, I am going to get a combat team ready for this. I've got names and everything ready. Once I've got that team together, I will be back and we'll get on with that mission. So I'll see you in a couple of seconds. Ciao. Okay, one really interesting thing about this start is you don't have time to hire soldiers and bring them in reliably. So I'm going with the soldiers that we've started with. We've got 2 assaults for this mission. Mr. Nathan 101, taking point. I've equipped them with a rebreather as well as heavy armor. I've given them extra tacticals where I can. Corazon Ray is our other heavy, other assault, again with a tactical rebreather. Unfortunately, they haven't got enough weight to carry the demo charge, so hopefully Mr. Nathan's going to take the heavy lifting there. We've got Corporal Lineth coming in with a shield just to give us some cover in this early mission. They've only been able to carry a demo charge and a frag grenade. They have atrocious accuracy. I'm very tempted to swap their pistol out for a knife because I don't think they're going to hit anything with this. In fact, I may drop the demo charge and take a knife so they have a backup weapon here, because honestly their accuracy is just terrible, but they are one of the strongest soldiers we have. We've got Grant 165 with a set of equipment. I'm giving all of our riflemen armor, even though it's giving them an accuracy penalty, because I think it's going to be useful. Peter Saber HD, Jackoon, and Jenny Death are our soldiers for this mission. Jackoon doesn't have enough strength right now to take equipment and heavy armor, so I'll need to babysit them a little bit, but they'll gear up quite quickly. And then we've got Winning Back as our sniper with the highest accuracy of the starting squad. I've given them a knife as a backup just in case, and we've got Monkey Beard coming in as our heavy as well. So this is the team going into the mission. Hopefully we can make some noise with them. This is kind of being their starting setup. Back to the geoscape. Let's go and hit Atlas Base and see what they've got waiting for us. I'll see you on the ground. Okay, we are on site on the mission. As we know, our mission objective here is just to eliminate all hostile units. Commander, this is a critically important mission. We left a lot of important things behind when we evacuated Atlas Base, including years of research data. You need to clear the facility of hostiles so we can recover what we need. The main cleaner force has already returned home, so hopefully it won't be too hard. If you run into the general, well, this isn't the time for sentimentality. He's not on our side anymore. Okay, so we've got what looks like an access lift, but it's set up a little bit differently. We've got 4 doors, which is not ideal. There's not a lot of cover here and a lot of directions for us to go in. Let's get our sniper. Where is he? Sniper's here and our machine gun's here. Let's get our machine gun set up in this position here to cover these 2 doorways. And we're going to get our sniper set up in this position here to do the same thing in the other direction. These are kind of our 2 anchor pieces. Now, the crouch mechanic has changed in this version of the game. It now gives plus 10% accuracy, but rather than giving plus 20% reduced chance to hit, it gives plus 10%. So it's kind of been buffed and nerfed a little bit, but it's definitely worth crouching these 2 since they're going to be doing our covering for us. Now, what I want to do is basically tick off each of these rooms once at a time. I don't want to go blasting into these rooms and get myself in a lot of trouble. So let's send a shotgun. That's Mr. Nathan. And a shield up to this room. And I'm going to support them with a rifleman. So we're going to bring just Grant here up to this side. Then I'm going to put Peter Saber and let's get Jackoon in cover here. This is a great position for Jackoon. They can cover this doorway and not worry about the fact they're not in heavy armor. We've got Jenny Death over here, I believe. Nope. Oh, I did not. Game, I didn't mean to click that click. I was trying to click on Jenny Death. Okay, we need to be careful about that. Also, I've unlocked free rotate, so this should help us out a lot. Jackoon should be fine. Let's jump Jenny Death to over here and get them to cover this direction. We'll get Corazon Ray. There's no real cover here, unfortunately. Let's put Peter Saber HD behind these barrels to watch this direction, and I'm going to put Corazon Ray here, just watching the doorway in case somebody comes through it. Now, the only person we need to worry about here is Jackoon. They're kind of out in the middle of nowhere on their own, but nobody should be opening any doors this turn. We should be all right. Kind of just setting up some blocking positions, preparing for the mission. We're going to clear this way, watch these doors, and then ooh, that's a lot of doors opening. That's a lot of doors opening. I've gone into this completely blind. I have no idea what we're dealing with in terms of enemies. We could be dealing with a lot of enemies. Let's get Jackoon back where they're supposed to be before we open any doors, just so that they're safe. And let's open this door with our shield. Okay, we have a science lab of some kind here. Let's clear the room. We're not sure if there's anything in these corners. It looks clear. It might not actually be clear. So, Lynn, in you go. Check right. Check left. Okay, this room is clear. So I'm going to take and hold this room. We're going to put the shield here, watching this doorway, and we're going to put Mr. Nathan with their shotgun in this position here, covering this door. So this is us locking this room here. Now we're going to open and clear this room. So we're going to put Grant in this position here. I don't actually think this gives him any line of sight. It does give him some line of sight into the room. And we're going to open the door with Corazon Ray with a shotgun. Okay, we have an armory or storage room here, and there's definitely one enemy in the room. I actually almost have a shot. If I move here, I have a shot with Grant. So we're going to take that shot now, and then we're going to try and finish him off with a shotgun. We have to be careful about reaction fire from this guy. When I shoot him, he's going to turn around. But I'm hoping we can just do enough damage to him that that's not going to be an issue. Okay, he's turned, but not all the way. We're going to step forward with Corazon, and Corazon's going to finish him. Okay, he is down, and we're going to bring Corazon back into safety here. Okay, that has actually triggered a reaction shot from somebody else, which is not ideal. So let's just toss some smoke into the doorway. We can't do that with Chakun. We'll toss some smoke into the doorway with our sniper. Let's see if we can clear Corazon Ray out of the line of fire first, just to prevent any return fire next turn. So anyone in the room basically will need to clear the doorway to take shots at us. Okay, cool. So there's somebody back here. If they're shooting at Corazon Ray now, they'll have to shoot through the smoke. We'll crouch Corazon Ray as well. They're actually taking another shot at him. No, we spotted him. Cool. Do we have a shot on them with Jenny? We don't, and we don't have a shot on them with Monkeybeard. We also looks like we can curve around this way, so this might be something for this team to do next turn. All of this team are just going to stay holding these doorways. I think we're going to be okay. We're also going to crouch Grant, just in case somebody gets an angle on them from somewhere else. Let's end the turn. That's okay. Want to be nice and careful here. Take it slow. There's no need to rush. It's frustrating that that shot hit through the smoke, but that's just the way things go. Now, one thing I can do here is I can actually bring Corazon Ray into the smoke, because Corazon Ray has a rebreather, which means they are not suffering the negative effects of the gas, as in they're still going to take the accuracy penalties, but they're not going to take the stun penalty. So we can actually run them to here. Oh, there's someone else in the room, so that was my bad. This should have been okay though with the smoke. They're taking a lot of hits. We need to watch Corazon Ray. Another new issue with the game is that your soldiers take reduced accuracy for every point of health they're missing. So Corazon Ray's at a huge accuracy deficit right now. Let's see if we can get this kill. Okay, that is a kill for Corazon Ray. Let's crouch them here where they're in a lot of cover, and we need to deal with this soldier here now. We don't have an angle on them. They're actually in a really good defensive position here. The best we can do is to bring a soldier around or bring someone down here and maybe get a soldier here. It's not great. We can, however, clear down this corridor, so let's get this door open. And we can get a soldier here. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Nathan only has a shotgun, so they can't do anything about the soldier at the end of the room, but they can hold this direction. And then we can put Lynn here to watch this doorway with their shield. And we'll crouch you here. This is going to be tricky to deal with. I think what we need to do is we've got Peter Saber and we've got Jenny Death. Let's bring them up to the doorway. They probably haven't got enough TU this turn to deal with the soldier, but they can come in next turn and hopefully deal with them. So I'm going to bring both of them to the doorway here. Oh, that was Monkeybeard. That's okay. We'll put Jenny Death here covering this doorway on its own now. And I'm actually going to watch this direction with Winning Back as well. Jakun, let's bring them to the edge of the doorway as well. And we'll get ready. Can we actually run Grant to here through the smoke? They took a lot of stun there, but they should be okay for next turn. Only 80% chance to hit. I don't think I need to worry about any hits on these guys. Let's just crouch everybody to make sure that they are safe. And let's end the turn. Need to be a bit more careful about checking my corners. I'm underestimating the enemy right now. And this is why I put these guys here, but that wasn't quite enough. There's a lot of people pouring in through the doors. Ooh, this is pretty nasty, actually. They're just swarming us. There's a lot of enemies on this mission, and I am not doing particularly well here. So Grant is now bleeding and needs to do something about that with a medkit. We also have a bleed on Mr. Nathan. Okay. Alright, well, first things first, let's just deal with this guy. Oh, we can't hit him. So he can hit us from there, but we can't hit him. That is quite frustrating. Actually, he may have shot us from here. Let's see if Lynn can get the kill. Okay, Lynn got the kill on him. This guy in the back is still active, and if we step out, we will take a shot. We only have a grenade on Lynn, which I don't think we can get anywhere useful. The ideal move really would be to put Mr. Nathan here. We've got only a 38% chance to hit, though. If we put Lynn here, we can throw a flashbang. If I throw a flash to here, it will get him. Okay, we're going to run Lynn to here. Sorry, Mr. Nathan. Was that really a shot? Okay. Should have run a different angle. That wasn't great. And we'll throw a flashbang here. Taking a lot of hits I don't need to take right now. We need to deal with this group here. So I'm going to move Corazon Ray to here, and we'll fire a shotgun at this one. He's down. I don't think I've got a second shot. I do have a second shot. Okay, that's those two cleared with a shotgun. That's something. Let's turn and find where this guy is. He is here with 34%. I don't think I can get a flashbang to him. We can try, but there's a very good chance it will miss. 43% chance is their best chance. No, it didn't make it. Okay. Let's open the door with Peter Saber. And we want to throw a grenade to here. I don't really want to mess with this guy. Okay, that has done some damage to him. Now, we should have a grenade here as well. I'm just going to finish him with another grenade. That will hit him, won't it? Yeah, this should kill him. Okay. He is dead. That was a blood explosion, I believe is what they called it in the industry. So let's get Monkeybeard up to this wall. Let's get Peter Saber into the room. Let's open the door with Jakun and get Jakun into the room. The smoke should clear. I don't think I need to worry about it too much. We want to get our sniper up soon, but there's not much we can do with them right now. We'll just watch this direction. We've got Jenny watching there. Biggest issues right now is we have a bleed on Grant, which Grant can clear. And let's see if we can get Grant. We can't get Grant into cover as well, though. So Grant's a little bit out on their own. If somebody comes, I can just move them back. No, I can't even move them back a little bit. That wasn't the greatest move from me. Sniper hasn't done anything, and Jenny Death hasn't done anything. Let's end the turn and see how we can come out of this. He is stunned and shouldn't be able to do much. Okay, Mr. Nathan is still bleeding. It looks like this bleed may have faded. Yeah, Grant is no longer bleeding, which is great. We only have a bleed on Mr. Nathan. If I bring Mr. Nathan to here, they have a 79% chance to hit. If I bring them to here, they have an 85. Let's kill this guy. Okay, he is down. We'll put Mr. Nathan in cover here. Now, what I want to do right now is I'm actually going to start recovering some items. So we're gonna run to the corpse that's in this doorway here with Lynn. Open the door, get on the corpse, and we're going to drop our shield because these guys have MP5s, and I actually want to take some of these to potentially use in the campaign. I'm not sure if it's worth picking them up, but I want to grab a few just in case. I'm pretty sure they're less good assault rifles, but they may have a use case for us. We're going to take a turn just to basically... We need to clear this room, so I'm going to bring Peter Saber back this way. And Jenny and he are going to clear this room next turn. And let's get our winning back up. We can put winning back here for now. I want to move Jakun out of this smoke as well, so they stop taking stun damage. So you can crouch here. I'm not sure about this direction with Monkeybeard. I'm going to put Monkeybeard here. Kind of look this way with them. You're going to look this way. You two are covering that way. You're covering this way. We need you to crouch right now. You're all good over here. Let's end that turn. And I know Corazon Ray hasn't acted. So yeah, we're starting to take a few injuries. This has actually been a little bit nastier than I thought it would be. 0 damage. That's pretty good. I like seeing 0 damage. And Mr. Nathan is still bleeding. Let's get Mr. Nathan over to somebody who has a med kit, which is one of our riflemen. So I'm going to bring Mr. Nathan over. Actually, run Mr. Nathan all the way to here. We also need to kill this guy here. Let's get a shot for Jakun here. Okay, that's a kill for Jakun. Excellent. You can recover the bleeding on Mr. Nathan. Mr. Nathan can get into cover once you've moved. Let's open this door with these two and see what's in here. We've got the barracks. We've got quite a few enemies. You've got a shot, and you've got a shot. Let's see if we can kill this guy before he reacts. Okay, that was excellent. Taking a lot of return fire here. I'm getting shot from angles I'm not expecting, really. You've got a 47. I put you here. It's a 50. Of course, that does mean there could be more enemies in the room, which there is, but let's get you into cover. 50 with enough to crouch. That should give you gives you a 4% bonus. That was a hit, but not a kill. And I don't think we've got a second shot with you. Jenny will have a second shot, but it's going to be pretty hard to hit with. I'm going to take it because she can then step out of line of sight. Excellent. Okay, he's still facing the wrong direction, which is maybe something we can do with. I can't move Monkeybeard in there to do anything, and everyone else is really far away. So we might just have to weather the storm on this guy. Let's start bringing this team through here. I'm going to get Lynn to pick up the other clip because I can't construct clips. Sorry, magazines. That wasn't a clip, it's a magazine. Let's open this door and check this direction. So this is actually an empty room. We're going to keep... Lynn is going to just move forward here. And we're going to get this team to shift right. So we're going to get Corazon Ray. Can Corazon Ray actually get a shot this turn? No, they can't. But if Corazon Ray opens the door, can Monkeybeard? If I put Monkeybeard here, they'll have 30 TU left, which is enough for a 3-round burst. And I think they will maybe have an angle. Let's run Corazon Ray to here. Open this door. Do you see that ammo stack? What is going on here? My mouse cursor is causing a physics effect on this destroyed item. That's pretty cool. Do you have a shot? You do have a shot. 34% chance to hit. Let's take it. If anything, we might suppress him. I'm going to move Corazon Ray back out of the way, just so that they don't get hit by any stray shots here. And let's see if we can make this shot. 1 hit, but no kill. I was really hoping for more than that. Jakun doesn't have enough TU to move and shoot here. They can't hit from there. They need 17 TU, no. You might be able to get a pistol shot winning back, actually. From here, with your pistol, no chance to hit. From here with your pistol, 81% chance to hit. It might be enough. Let's take the shot. And that's a kill. Great work winning back. Okay. That's exactly what we needed to happen there. And then these two, Grant will just run to here. And Mr. Nathan, I'll just get to run as far as they can. Okay, that is everybody gone this turn. Let's end the turn. We're definitely taking a few injuries here, but I think it's pretty hard not to at this stage. We've got really awkward angles for throwing grenades, which make this a lot more difficult than it should be. Let's bring you up to this door. Let's bring you up to this door. And then we'll get... Basically, this is the only door we can breach through. Every other door has been cleared. I'm going to get Lynn to go to this corpse and see if there's another MP5 they can grab. There is another SMG, so we'll go grab that as well. That's 2 SMGs, which is kind of how many I wanted to get my hands on if I could. We'll just get you to move to here. Let's get our shotguns up. And that's Corazon Ray here as well. And let's check everyone's ammo as well. You don't need to reload. You've already moved. Winning back, there's not really any cover for you here, so I'm just going to put you here for now. Same with Monkeybeard. We're just going to kind of set you up on the wall as best we can. Jakku needs to hang back a little bit. Grant needs to come and take point. And I think that's everybody. Yeah, okay, let's end the turn. Okay. So we're going to go shotgun here, and we're going to... That's fine. We're going to go shotgun here, and we're going to reload that shotgun. We're going to put the SMG on the door as well. Then we're going to stack an assault rifle, an assault rifle. We're going to get the HMG here. We're going to stack with an assault rifle here. And then we're going to bring our sniper in the back here. Get them to pull out their main gun. And next turn, we're going to breach this room. Let's crouch all 3 of these just in case something happens. And let's end the turn. Oh, I put Jakun here, not the SMG. That was an oversight. I meant to put the SMG there. We're probably just going to have to bring the SMG in next turn if we need it. I'm not really planning on using it this mission. Putting Jakun here is a mistake, though. But they actually have... We can swap them in for Peter Saber. I don't want to leave them there. That's actually a really dumb idea. Okay, let's open the door. You. So we found the general. I recognize all of you. Why don't I remember anything about you? It doesn't matter. I will not allow you to interfere. Okay, so we've got a boss fight, essentially. Looks like he's carrying a pistol. We've got 2 soldiers here as well. Let's open up... Do we have any flashbangs? I want to throw a flashbang on somebody who isn't crouched in the doorway. This is actually a great flashbang. 69% chance. If this fails, we're going to stun our own team. Jenny, don't let me down. Great work, Jenny. Okay, that suppressed both of them. That just leaves him up. So we need to do something about him at the back. We're going to suppress him with one of our shotgunners. 85% chance on that throw. Okay, they're all suppressed. We can now make some moves. I want to bring Mr. Nathan into the room here. We're going to shoot this guy. He's down. Corazon Ray doesn't have a lot of TU left. If I put them here, they don't have a shot, which is not great. Peter Saber will have a shot from here. They won't. They will have a 24% chance from there. A 41% chance there on a snapshot. Let's move them in and take it just to clear the doorway. Okay, that wasn't ideal, but it did something. We've got 2 more riflemen here. Corazon Ray, I might actually have a shot from here. If we wrap this up this turn, I can take this shot. Okay, that's no cover left for him. Jenny will need to move out to here to get a shot. They won't have enough TU for that. Monkey Beard from here will have a full auto burst. Actually, we got a full auto burst on him. That might destroy his cover. It did. Excellent. So now we can take a few more steps in. Let's get Grant into the room. Grant, take him out first. He's the bigger threat. He's got a rifle. Grant, take him out. Grant missed twice. Okay. Jakun. Grant, can you step out of the way? You can't. Let's get you to crouch so we can shoot over your head. Let's get Rack Jakun up behind you. A shot on him. Okay, he's down, and a shot on the general. You haven't got a great shot. We'll see what other shots we have first. Winning Back can get in there with the pistol. What else do we have? We've got a shot with none of you. We've got a shot with the SMG. Potentially, we need 13 TU for a shot. 11. No, we don't have a shot with the SMG. If I swap to this, we need 11 for a shot. So we could fire 8. No, we can't fire a pistol shot from there because we need to turn. If I make Jakun duck, can I shoot? No. From here, Winning Back has no line of sight. From here, Winning Back has a 53 has a 46% chance to hit. And we get, what, 2 pistol shots at 46%? Don't have a shot with Peter Saber. I don't really want to keep this guy alive. He is suppressed. I'm going to take 2 pistol shots on him and see what we get. That's it. Mission complete. That's why you bring a sniper with a pistol. Okay, a little bit messy at the start. I was a little bit gung-ho. I think I'm still remembering my soldiers who had lots of armor from the last campaign. I'll take it a little bit easier going forward. All right, we've got 3 wounded soldiers. That's really not too... 4 wounded soldiers. That's not too bad. Picked up our first Crimson Hearts. We also got a Crux Solaris for getting 4 kills on Corazon Ray, which is pretty nice to see. Everyone leveled up a little bit. Killed 14 aliens. Lost no Xenonauts. For me, that's a great result. And we've got our medbay under construction. So we'll get the Skyhawk back and we'll find out what happens next. So the situation analysis research project is our next objective to complete. We've also got some money. We've also got 500 grand coming in here, but I want to spend some of that on some of the stuff we're going to research this month. I've got a plan for our research objectives here as well. Okay, Skyhawks arrive. We now have access to aerial warfare, combat vehicles, and autopsy cleaner agent. We're going to wait for situational awareness to complete first. I don't think that gets cleared. I think that is still going. Yeah, 2 hours left on that. We'll wait for that to complete. Now, we should probably... Okay, so situational analysis has clicked off. Commander, it seems like the covert stage of the invasion is coming to an abrupt end, so I'm officially handing control of our organization over to you. Right now, we need someone with military experience in charge. As the cleaners have clearly taken an interest in us, I'm going to start digging into them. We still don't know who they are, just that they appear like clockwork after alien activity and erase any evidence, including any unfortunate eyewitnesses. I'll let you know if I discover anything interesting. Of course, our primary goal is to learn enough about the extraterrestrials to figure out how to defeat the invasion. Now we've finally discovered the technology to reliably track alien activity, your soldiers and pilots can start conducting missions against them. I'm sure our chief scientist would be delighted to look at any extraterrestrial corpses or alien equipment you can bring back to our base. If we're lucky, he might even be able to reverse engineer some of it for our own use. Incidentally, please resist the temptation to strangle the man with his own lab coat. We need him for the war effort. He is quite literally a genius and we couldn't replace him even if we tried. Trust me on this. Your final task will be to increase our funding and expand our organization so we can protect the entire planet, as regions are bound to fall under alien control if we leave them undefended for too long. But I'll let you work out the details there. Let's get started, yeah? There's coffee in the pot. Right, let's get going. So your organization is now working towards locating the headquarters from which the cleaners control their global operations. This investigation will progress more quickly if certain cleaner-related tactical missions are completed or cleaner units are captured alive for interrogation. We maybe should have tried to capture someone alive in that mission. I didn't really think about that. Known new research or engineering projects unlocked. Let's get combat vehicles unlocked. Your ceaseless interruptions do nothing to enhance my productivity. One thing I want to check as well, if we check our base stores, we do have 2... we didn't actually need to pick them up. We actually managed to recover 12 cleaner submachine guns. So having a quick look at the cleaner submachine gun, I'm comparing it to the assault rifle. The assault rifle does 34 kinetic damage. The cleaner submachine gun, actually, I can hold down control to compare it to the weapon that someone is holding. So let's do this. All right. So, it does 10 less damage, it has no armor pen, it destroys -2 armor on hit, has the same range, has the same hit bonus, same capacity, weighs 4 less. It has all of the same accuracies on its fire modes. So the cleaner submachine gun is does 10 less damage for 10 less weight. Is that right? 12? No. It does 10 less damage for 4 less weight. It really isn't useful. It's a shame. The only thing I could think of it being useful for is if you could equip it in your secondary slot. So for example, if our shield units could take it as a secondary weapon, that would be amazing. But unfortunately, we can't do that. So honestly, these are straight on for the sell. We're just going to sell these straight away. There's no point in keeping hold of these 12 submachine guns. That's $87,000 that we can just sell straight away. And in fact, we only need 1 cleaner corpse as well. So let's sell all of those too. That's another 96,000. Okay? That tells me that we probably have enough money to look at laying down another hangar. What's the rotate button on these? Again, is it R to rotate? Or is it middle click? I can't remember what the rotate button is. It's mouse wheel. Cool. So we're going to get another hangar up, and then we'll get another plane underway as well. Okay, let's unpause the game, and let's get time moving forward. Now, one thing we might want to do is recruit some more soldiers, because we've got some people in the medbay for quite a while. We actually only have room for 2 more. I will recruit 2 soldiers. We'll just grab the 2 most accurate soldiers. Yeah, I don't mind you having bad reflexes. That's fine. Low strength is not ideal. Ingrid, you have better stats to level up, just so that we're topped up in terms of replacements, because we can't afford to send injured soldiers out on missions anymore. They have to be fully healed, which makes medbays much more important. Let's see what we've got coming up. And constructing a new base is still... how much is it? It's still 500,000. So we technically have enough for a new base, but I don't want to do that when we have so much we need to build this month. Let's speed time up a little bit more. There's nothing happening on the geoscape yet. I also don't want to go too fast. I'm really pumped to get back into this campaign. Okay, we've got 2 new staff at the base. That's great. I'll get them named for the next mission we go on. Money's ticking up because we're not working on anything in our engineering, but the only thing we can build right now are aircraft weapons and aircraft. I mean, we could actually get an autocannon built just so we have one spare for later. Let's do that, just so that we're using our workshop rather than letting it sit empty. When we get our second aircraft, it's going to need an autocannon, so we might as well get one built. No activity at all for 6 days is surprising. Might as well just go for top speed then. Autocannon's done, that's fine. And we now have access to the Mars combat platform, which we all remember very well from the last campaign. We need a name for our Mars, so please suggest one. Oh, we also need a name for our first air squadron, so give me a call sign name for that as well. The Mars Mechanical Armed Reconnaissance System is a remote-controlled armored vehicle small enough to be carried inside a dropship. Faster, tougher, better armed than any soldier, it would be a worthy addition to our tactical teams. This vehicle is designed primarily for scouting work. Compact and highly mobile, it can advance in front of your soldiers to sight enemies and draw out Overwatch fire. Don't use it for the Overwatch fire drawing, it will die. Given its strong armor, and relatively rugged construction, look, it'll be fine against cleaners, I'm guessing. It is significantly more resilient to alien weapons than the average human. That is true. When it does encounter enemies, the Mars usually has 2 methods of dealing with them. The more mundane is the auto rifle, little more than a standard infantry rifle with a high capacity magazine and better recoil stabilization. The other option is the rocket pod mounted atop the vehicle. Although the Mars can only carry 6 rockets into battle, each of these is tipped with a powerful incendiary warhead that will demolish almost all terrain within its sizable blast radius. Though it only deals mediocre damage against enemy units, it is effective against breaking their armor. Additional weapon variants are also available should you wish to experiment further. Finally, note the Mars is heavy enough to be able to smash through most walls and cover objects as if they were not there. This is obviously great tactical utility by itself, and a canny commander can also use his ability to create paths for nearby soldiers to use. We also have access to sentry guns. Although I shall refrain from commenting on the rather pathetic attempts to defend our previous facility from the cleaners, I nonetheless thought it prudent to bolster our defensive options. One hopes such efforts may help avoid a repeat of prior failures. They cost 2,000 upkeep. Thus I present the sentry gun, an affordable, robust vehicle design intended specifically for protecting our bases. Being a far simpler design than the Mars, it is significantly faster and then cheaper to manufacture while still maintaining most of the combat performance. Much of the simplification arises from the use of wheels rather than tracks. This reduces the overall cost and complexity, while also providing the weapon with an elevated firing position that improves accuracy. The downside of the design is the sentry gun is prone to toppling over when attempting to traverse uneven terrain. It is therefore unsuitable for general combat use and should be deployed only on flat concrete floors of our facilities. This makes the sentry gun a specialized tool. Though perhaps unnecessary in many situations, these inexpensive vehicles are a highly effective way to bolster the defensive garrison of a base, particularly when living space is tight. We will be building some of these. So first things first, let's get aerial warfare under research, and then we're going to go to the engineering screen and we're going to build a Mars combat platform, and we're also going to queue up 2 sentry guns, just so we've got them for when we need them, because I didn't do that last time and it really came back to bite us. Let's keep time ticking forward. All right, we have an alien abduction mission. We have detected alien ground forces abducting civilians in this region. Rescuing the civilians would improve our relations with the local region and allow us to recover alien resources. It's right in the tip of Latin America. It is a polar biome. If we win, -10 panic in Latin America. If we fail, +20 in Latin America. Let's sort a combat team out for this mission. I will be right back. Okay, here's the team for this mission. And just to reiterate, taking wounded soldiers on missions gives them quite a penalty to their accuracy equal to the amount of hit points they're missing. I'm happy enough taking Jenny death here because the penalty isn't that large, but all of the rest of our units are too badly injured, even though they're deployable to take into the mission. So we're going to end up with a bigger roster for this playthrough of more general soldiers rather than the super specialized soldiers we ended up with last time, because I was able to take them on every single mission. It's one of the reasons why I've got the garrison being expanded ready for next time already. So our new soldiers for this mission, we've got Corporal Namafri and Corporal Notonius going in as our 2 new assaults. Again, giving them the rebreather so they can deal with the smoke. One of our mission objectives this time is to try and stun aliens and capture them so we can take them with us. We also have a new rifleman, Bogdan Florescu, coming in. They just had the best accuracy of the new units that came in. So that's the team we've got ready to go. And we're going to dispatch the team to go for this. I want to get this done as soon as possible. We only have 2 days for that to happen. And that is going to be the start of the next video. So I'm going to always try and start a video with a mission for this playthrough rather than having it going off in the middle of the mission, so we can start with something exciting. So this is the first mission of the new campaign. Hopefully I didn't make too much of a mess of things in that first mission going into the cleaner base. There was a lot more guys in there than I thought there was going to be, but I think we had to trade some shots with those angles and things. I probably could have done a little bit better, but again, I kind of wanted to get the ball moving on the campaign, and we can play it a little bit tighter going forward from this point. If you want to get on the name list for soldiers, precedence goes to anyone who supported me on Ko-Fi or as a channel member, so special thanks to all of those people first and foremost. If you've given me a super chat at some point as well, you're on the second list, you'll get on there as soon as possible. And additionally, just want to say thank you to everybody who has supported the channel and to all my moderators and stuff on Discord. I just really appreciate you so much. If you want to get involved in the conversation, we do have a Discord where we're chatting about this and the Hive Fleet campaign. And I hope you're enjoying the video. If you are, let me know. Leave me a comment. Don't forget, we need names for our Skyhawk, we need names for our fighters, we need names for our Mars, and we need a name for the base. So let me know in the comments below and I'll pick one at random from the list. And apart from that, have a great morning, noon, night, whatever it is with you, and I'll catch you later. Ciao for now.